Everyone. Hope everybody's having a good time this evening. A couple announcements real quick. I was just advised by the executive chef that the meal will be ready in a few minutes. That's the good news. The bad news is that when Rick and I prepared this speech last night, it was going to be 1 hour long. So hopefully you guys can be patient for a few minutes here. But on a serious note, Rick and Chevelle, this is a beautiful evening. Thank you guys so much.
Good job.
We've got people here from all parts of the world. We got Mississippi, Chicago, Cincinnati, overseas, Texas, a little bit of everywhere. So Jamaica. Yeah, that's right. Jamaica. Georgia. So first of all, to everybody that came here from different parts of the country, thank you guys for coming to be a part of their big day. But as a guest myself, I think we owe you guys a big celebration as well, because you guys chose us, and there's so many different people that you could have chose, friends and family, but you guys chose us. So thank you guys so much for that. But no. But no, the other thing I was going to say. The other thing I was going to say is I was looking at this venue, looking at all the cake and everything else, and I figured, you know what? I've known Rick for quite some time, and I would expect nothing less than this guy right here, because you know what? This guy, he always has had good taste, good choices. He's always well prepared, well organized. Right? And you know, to give you an example, he's always fashionable. He's always driven the nice cars. He's always taken good care of himself. He made a good choice in picking Chevelle as his best choice. When I got this call on, I think it was July of this year, I started to question his judgment. I haven't seen him in about 10 years, and I'm starting to question, you had no better choice for best man than myself. But no, on a serious note. What's that?
I could have got tired.
But on a serious note, my name is Dan. I've known Rick for 20 years, and really, I've learned a lot from him in the 20 years that I've known him. And so my goal tonight, for those of you who don't know him, is to share like 3 things that I know about him that I've learned from him throughout the years. Right? All right, so I'll start with number 1. All right, so he is a good guy. He's a great guy, right? But I have to say he's a little bit crazy. A little bit crazy. Because at the end of the day, I don't know anybody that would move from Jamaica to come to the United States to land where? In Milwaukee, Wisconsin, of all places. He could have went to Miami, he could have went to California, but he chose Milwaukee, right? So I got to give him credit for that. But on a serious note, this is one of the hardest working men that I've ever met in my whole life. He came from Kingston. For those who don't know, that's it's a difficult country. There's not a lot of opportunity over there, right? So he came here to make a better life for himself, for his family, and he's here today. He's worked 20 years. I've seen him when most of us are sleeping at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. This is the guy that's getting up every single day to drive down, 76th Street here? Good Hope. Driving down, through sleet and snow and ice to go to work at Packaging Corporation of America. Each and every day, this guy's working his ass off. So first of all, number 1, he's a hard worker. That's one of the things I want you guys to know about him. He's a little bit crazy, but he's a hard worker.
That's fair.
All right, number 2, he is a very passionate man about his original Jamaican roots, but also his adopted American culture, right? So to give you an example, he ate the finest food in Jamaica. He was eating the brown stew chicken and the curry chickens and all these different things. But he comes here and now he's eating Taco Bell. So he's adopted a lot of different American cuisine and different cultures and things like that, right? But the thing that impresses me most about this guy is his love for American football. So I grew up in this state. I don't know if we have any Packer fans here or not. Pretty much the moment that I was delivered from my mother's womb, I already had a Packers jersey on. And this guy comes here after I don't know how many years of living in Jamaica. And what we know in Jamaica is that football, what we call football, is really, soccer over there, right? So he comes here and immediately adopts American football and has a big passion for it, right? So to give you an example, I get pretty irate during games. My wife will tell you that if there's a Packers game and they lose, there's a good chance we're probably going to sleep in other rooms or there's going to be an argument. This guy, on the other hand, he calls me and he's so irate, like after a game. He's so mad, he's so passionate, to the point that I'm the one that's trying to calm him down, right? And I actually had to call wellness services a couple times to make sure he was okay. So those are the two things. And the last thing, which is on a serious note, is that this is a family man right here. So one thing that I've learned about him is that he's all about family. When I was here many, many years ago and I didn't have my wife at the time, he was someone who invited me in to his, his celebrations and his gatherings, Lana's house, and everybody that was there, from Raphael to Jenny to Fabian, everybody that was there and invited me, not as a guest, but I was truly invited as a family member. And that's something that I will never, ever forget, and I'm 100% grateful for that. So that's the one thing I want to know.
Yeah, for real, Don.
So there's two more things I want to admit. I've been a part of 2 milestones for Rick. Number one, for those who don't know, Ray, his son, was living in, Trinidad, for a number of years. And so he was over there, and Rick had worked very hard to bring him over here. And I'll never forget the day. It was a cold December day. I want to say it was a couple days before.
Yeah.
We went to pick him up. I'll never forget the look on Ray's face.
Yeah.
When he came outside, I think we immediately went to go get you a jacket because it was so cold. Take me back. But the reason why I bring that up is because while he was here and we were at Summerfest one night, he met his wife, or his girlfriend at the time, now wife, Amber. And to see an extension of Rick that you've established here with all of your grandchildren, it's a beautiful thing. So I wanted to make sure everybody was aware of that as well.
Yeah.